This is an overview of the PrimeTech USA time tracking software. So to start, you're going to go to Attendance, Reports, Calculate, select all of your employees, select the dates that you want to view the time reports for. So for this example, I'm going to select November 1st to November 10th and hit Calculate. Once that's done calculating, you can hop over to Reports. You should see all of the raw data and transactions. So if you're ever not seeing something in reports, like a time clock in or clock out, you can come here to Transactions and look for that specific transaction. There's a couple different reports here we're going to look at. We have daily attendance, and in these reports, we have two types of timetables in here. We have a normal timetable and a flexible timetable. I put them both in here for you to see the difference in how they look on reports. For the flexible, using multiple in out, if you have that set to no, it basically just takes your first clock in for the day and your last clock out, and it assumes the time between is your work time, which is what I did here. I had a clock in at 7 a.m. I added a clock out for 30 minutes, but once again, it did not clock that time because that using multiple in out was set to no, and the total work time for that day for that employee was 10 hours. If you scroll down here, so we have a few employees here, second, third, fourth. These are on normal timetables. And the big difference here is that you have to set a lunch break for these employees, and it does show you what time they break out for lunch, what time they break back in, and then obviously subtracting that time from your clock in and your final clock out to be your total work time on the right. Your actual work time is the time from your first clock in to your last clock out. Your total work time is what you would pay your employee, and what you'll see in the other report is your time between clock in and clock out minus your lunch break. And then the last one is a flexible timetable with using multiple in out set to yes. Let me pull this one up here. This employee clocked in at 6:07, clocked out at 4 p.m. and normally that would be 9 hours and 53 minutes, but they did take one break, which brought it down to 9 hours and 15 minutes. So this is just kind of a quick way to check daily attendance of an employee. The best way to see overall how much you need to pay for payroll for a week. Once again, you have it set to November 1st to November 10th. And here, so flexible timetable, multiple in out set to no. Their total hours that need to be paid would just populate right here under work hours. And this is just kind of how you view, like if you had an employee clocked in for, the 5 days for the week, it would just add up all of these working hours. This is that 7 hours and 35 minutes I denoted from the daily attendance under the total work time. There it is. So this report just kind of gives you a nice overview of how many hours you need to pay for the week to that specific employee. And I only had 2 days for these examples, which is why, but yours would obviously be populated with 5 or 6 days. Where's this at? Dude, are you there?